Is president a game that most people don't know the real actual rules of, right? To say, how is it that Biden was ever president at all? He's not a leader, right? What are the actual qualifications of being president? What should the actual qualifications of being president be, right? Actual qualifications. Or, like I said,
35 years old.
35, that's it. Obama made it so you don't even have to be born in the U.S. You know, you could be born in Kenya, be president of the United States. God bless America. That's great. You know, all you have to be is 35, and it makes me cry. You could literally live your whole entire life behind bars and get elected president and serve your whole presidency behind bars and continue to live your whole life behind bars after 2 terms of president. You could literally do it. You could literally do it. The Constitution allows for it, right? Every job in the government has a background check, right? If you want to get a job in the government in any capacity, you have to have a background check. Not president, all right? Not president. You don't have to have not one qualification. You don't even have to fill out an application form, apparently, or do you? Or do you? Do you have to fill out an application form to become president of the United States? Do you have to? If not have to, what is the process to become president of the United States? Right? This is the stuff I think about, right? If imagine what the application looks like to become president of the United States. Maybe it's on Google. Maybe there is an application. Maybe the founding fathers set forth the application to become president of the United States and didn't put it in the Constitution, put it somewhere else. Ha 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 ha. Right? Is their application. Name, address, phone number, prior work experience, education. Don't need it. Don't need it. Not saying you need it, but wouldn't it be interesting to see the actual application, paper application? Hopefully it's online, because I hate filling out paper applications. Oh, why is Biden even... The fact that Biden is president at all, or was ever considered to be president, or was in politics at all, blah, 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 politics at all, fine politics at all. But the fact that he was ever president at all proves to me that there's something going on that people don't know about. There's something going on with the game of president that people just don't know about. You know, and my mommy says, that the election is rigged, right? And I say it goes,
Oh, that
yeah.
election, yeah.
You know, every election is rigged. It's part of the game of president. The bottom line is, normal people that consume normal politics say things like the election is rigged. And weirdos like me that go into governing dynamics say there's more going on. There's more to this. The president is a game of itself. Being president is a game unto itself. Has nothing to do with what's actually going on in the world. What's actually going on. The president has nothing to do with what's actually going on in the world with respect to how much gas costs, how much groceries cost, or the fact that your neighbor does drugs and sets the house on fire and catches your house on fire too, whatever. You know, the president has nothing to do with that, the actual day-to-day life of actual people, right? And I say, you have a house, good for you. If you have a house, if you're listening to my words, you have a house, good for you. There's a lot of people that don't, right? There's a lot of people out there that don't have a house. And wouldn't it be funny if it was the president's job to house everyone, to like Jimmy Carter, build a house for everyone in the United States. Build a house for everyone in the United States with your own 2 hands, president of the United States. Maybe that's his job. But as the Constitution says, the president doesn't actually have a particular job to do. You could literally be behind bars. You could be communicative, and be president of the United States. Non-communicative. Sit there and ponder that for a moment. Non-communicative. You could be president of the United States. Non-communicative. Do you even have to be alive to be president of the United States? Right? Much less be able to have language, be able to speak and communicate, right? You don't. Constitution doesn't say you have to. Constitution doesn't say you have to be left or right, red or blue, that you have to care about abortion at all, right? That you have to care about taxes at all, that you have to do anything. The Constitution doesn't say the president has to sign one thing. Doesn't say you have to speak one speech. President of the United States. The Constitution doesn't guarantee that when you are elected president, that you will serve your whole term. You know, Kennedy proved that. He didn't serve his whole term, right? To be president even for 1 minute, wouldn't that be amazing, right? You'd be in the history books. President of the United States for 1 minute. Good for you, right? Whatever it took. And they say, oh, you know, the President Bush, different presidents have been incapacitated for certain times, for surgeries, whatever, and the vice president has taken over during that time. So technically, there's been more presidents than are in the history books, blah, 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 because certain vice presidents have been acting president at the time. And so those poor kids don't have to memorize so many presidents. They just don't put that in the history books. Oh, the concept of president of the United States makes me cry. Anyone can be president, and you don't have to do anything. There isn't any particular agenda. Woke, nothing. Politically correct, nothing. Not even a background check. Every other job in the government, has a background check, requires a background check. The president doesn't require a background check. Nothing, if you believe it. But again, there's something else going on. There's another game going on that people aren't aware of. But the people that consume politics, they say, oh, the president did this, the president did that. Oh, the president should do this, the president should do that. Oh, we should vote for this guy, or we should vote for that guy. You know, if you had your way, what would the world be like? Write it down. Send it to me. Fax it over on Facebook. Let me see. If you could have your way, what would the world be like? That's a great question. You should tell your kids and grandkids. If you had your way, what would the world be like? If I had my way, what would the world be like? When I call AT&T, I get someone in the United States. That's what the world would be like if I had my way, not a woman in the Philippines. That's straight up. Okay. What else do I have to say, Ma? Nothing. Okay. The fairy godmother. Okay. Goodbye.